Hi there, my name is Robert Isbicki, and today we will be demoing the Fender Mustang 1 v.2. This Mustang is a 1x8 guitar combo amp with built-in effects and presets as well as USB connectivity. This USB connectivity allows for the Mustang to act as its own USB device in digital audio workstations, and for the amp to be connected to Fender Fuse, a software that allows you to customize the presets. This amp retails for around $130 on websites such as Guitar Center and Reverb. This 20-watt amp features two 1/4-inch inputs, one being for your guitar and the other being for a foot switch that's sold separately. Running across the top of the amp, we have a gain knob, a volume knob, treble, bass, master, and then we have a preset selector, a modulation select, a delay/reverb select. Above that, we have an option to save, exit, and tap tempo controls. All right, so now that you've seen the top of the amp and the knobs that we have on the top of the amp, let's actually get into the software here so I can see you where things start to get interesting. So right now here, I have the software open as if it was just installed. We can see no amplifier connected. By the way, the software is no longer available on Fender's website, but you can find it through other third-party websites. It's still around. There's still a community for this software. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in the amp now. As we see, we get this syncing with your amplifier connected to Mustang. The green light shows up down here. I'm going to go ahead and full screen this now since there's nothing we need to see here at the bottom corner. Taking a look here, up top, we have our different presets here. These correspond with the different colors on the amplifier, the physical amplifier itself. We can see here, Pigs Can Fly is probably going to be representative of Pigs by Pink Floyd or David Gilmour's part in Pigs by Pink Floyd. So we're on Beauty Clean right now. It's one of my favorites. I like the clean sound, which is a little bit of reverb, really scratches my brain. So up here, obviously, we can see that we have different knobs here. There wasn't a middle knob on the physical amp, but we have it here in the software. If we go up to the top right here, we can see all the different types of amplifiers we can actually choose here. These are different, Fender amplifiers that they made, classic Fender amplifiers, like the 57 Champ, the 59 Bossman, and then we have some British sounds here and some other stuff. Down here is what I like to call the workstation here. So we have our pedal area, we have our amp, and then we have our After Effects. With the pedals, it's all we're looking at here is a compressor. If I go ahead and click on the compressor here, or try to click on the compressor, we get actual zoom in look. You can change the color over here to the right. I always like to make mine pink if I'm only using one pedal. We can change these knobs here. Clicking on the pedal down in the workstation activates it. And then if we click on this drop-down menu here, we have all these different options to change what type of pedal it is, and then of course we can go in here and add another pedal if we want. I can add a modulation pedal, click on it, and then go ahead and look at all the different, the phasers, the wahs, the shifters, a lot of different things. This same modulation can be done up here with some presets having different options for them. You can actually set these options custom yourself to what you want to do. So some presets will already have a pitch down shift or another type of modulation up here. This is basically just another way for you to activate your pedals through the amp itself, because you don't have a physical pedal to mess with, and if you're not with the software itself, you can't change this otherwise. So we have our pedals here, and then we get into our actual amp, and then we go into our After Effects. So for this one, it's clear we have a delay tape, which we can change what kind of delay it is, and then we have some reverb here. We can change what kind of reverb it is, and then we can also add other different types of stuff too. So we have all that. A lot of customizability for yourself, and then there's also the ability to save your presets. We can load up presets into anything but the green ones here. So the orange and the red ones can be overridden with whatever preset you want. There was a community for this, so there are thousands upon thousands of presets already existing, made to emulate different people, different songs, different tones. So if I go ahead and click import here, I already have this big entire archive saved. I can go ahead and scroll down a little bit. I see David Gilmour Shine On, so I'm going to guess that's a Shine On You Crazy Diamond tone. You get the option here to import the amp settings, the FX settings, and a band setting if it has a backing track. I don't have much experience with the backing track. I don't like messing with the FX settings because it will end up being way too loud, and if you're using this amp at 2 o'clock in the morning, your neighbors might not be fans of that. So I keep the FX in my control just on the amp itself. So if I go ahead and import this in here, click on that one, and now we have it. It's kind of similar for sure, but it is its own. It's got its own extra stuff, and these knobs are all set specifically to how that person who made this tuned it. So that is all really for the software. I don't have much experience. I don't really mess around with it too much. I just wanted to give a demo on how it worked if you wanted to mess around with it. As far as hearing the tone of the amp, in a few seconds here, it will just be the stock presets that the amp comes with. I like a lot of them, and I can get more than enough sound into your guys' ears without me needing to use this software any further. So with that in mind, let's actually get into that sound. Alright, so let's show off that clean tone that we were already hearing before. I think it's a good place to start here, so I'm just going to play a little. It sounds really good, you know. It's just your standard clean tone. Alright, well, if we go ahead and throw this on it, just turn the modulation knob. We get some changes, we get some funky stuff going on. Alright, so let's go ahead. I just wanted to show you a few of the different presets we have here. So obviously you already know these controls here. Let's go ahead and do the orange supersonic one. That's something, huh? Yeah, that's loud. That's real loud right there. So we have a lot of range and sound here too, obviously. That one's screaming at you. What happens if we go ahead and let's throw on the 57. Ooh. Like it's a little. So, you know, we have that. Moving down here, let's get another really good hard one here. This is probably my favorite one. I usually throw the drop D down on this, but so we have there's a lot of range here. You have a lot of different parts of the musical spectrum as far as guitar effects go available within this amp. That's really all I'm going to be showing you guys here for tone, though. Overall, this is a very good beginner amp. For the price range and its versatility, I'd give this 7 Robs out of 10. Thanks for watching. Keep on rocking.